Hi everybody, welcome to this clip. This clip video is just a little bit intro on who is Gideon Gallus. I was originally known as Dion and not as Gideon, and about 9 months ago, the final change to Gideon was revealed in my quiet time with the Lord in this regard. Sorry. My mother actually wanted to call me Gideon at birth, but my dad, being an Austrian, the pronunciation of Gideon is a harsh sound, and in German it's not liked, and that's why I was then called Dion for all the years. And it's just quite recently that I really feel that my name had to change and become Gideon, because there were some words that came out of it, of the road ahead for me. But just very quickly, a little history of myself, if I can say that, because it helps if you know the person on the other side. And I would like to introduce myself so that when you go through the messages that I post, that there's some understanding or at least some type of connection. I was born, you can say, as a Christian. It's a bit weird to say that, especially because my parents didn't go to church. But since the day I was born, I had attraction to the Lord, and I always said, God, I was born one of a twin, and I came second, and I came with my feet out first. And I always say, God grabbed me on the feet and said, "This one is mine," and pulled me out. So it's a difficult birth coming into the world. I can't remember anything. That was so many years ago, but doesn't matter. I know from my mom that it was very hard on her, the birth and all the complications in between. But I was reading my Bible every night and doing a little pray. That's just, to me, it was the right thing, and that was a religious thing that I did, and I was very religious on it. Even when I went to visit my friends, before we went to bed, I did that. And my friends would say, "Why you do this?" And I would say, "It's a good thing to do." So that's how I went through life. And then it came to a point where I had to take, or where I really clashed with God, and I had a personal, one-on-one, nearly a two-way conversation with God. We threw three things at me and said, "I've got this against you." And I was arguing with him through the whole process. But in this period, I moved from being a Christian to being a Christian. That journey that goes down from your head to your heart. And since then, I used to be in what they called like a Reformed church, a lot like the Methodist church. And I started to move out of the church and went to look in other avenues, and became involved in a ministry for a while, for a couple of years, still full-time work, and then assisted them on weekends and outreaches and stuff like that. And my road started to, or this new road on discovering God, started to go on this path. Now there's two verses that really played a big role in my life. And the first one was, of course, Job 42, verse 5 and 6, where it says, "I've always heard from you, but now I've tasted you." And that just brings a little bit more understanding if I say that in my clips, because of where I was always religious, but now I got this relationship with the Lord. And then the one that really drives me and really make me ask questions is Mark 16:15, verse 8, that says, "Signs and wonders will follow the believers." And I realized there was no signs and wonders I didn't leave signs and wonders behind me. And that's what made me question on this. So just furthermore, at school, I was classic dyslexic, and this wasn't understandable in those years in school. How do you handle a child like this? And I was dubbed stupid, and I went through school as being not clever at all. So that was had a quite a big influence in me and my self-confidence. And only at the age of 36, when I was studying at university, and that's the only reason why I was studying at university, was I will show you I am not stupid. I'm like that. Throw me something in the face and I will show you and prove you wrong. That's how I work. So in my second year of studies, I was evaluated, and then came out that I'm not so stupid. It's just I'm classic dyslexic, and it's all to do with how I read and write and take up and give over. And the reason why I do everything on videos. I'm a softball coach. I coach boys and girls, mostly on school level. I'm also involved in clubs because I'm passionate about sport as well, but also working in children's life, because I know where I was many years ago, and the actual depression and don't want to live, and the way how I went through life there, losing my youth actually. That's supposed to be the prime of your life, just because of a label that you're not clever enough, you won't make it. I mean, there was some guys that evaluated me and even said the words, "Not even God can help you." And that ripped me a bit, and that just, luckily, up that time I was still religiously busy with the word and prayer, and I said, "You don't know my God." So again, the fighter came out of me. I play tennis, love it, crazy about it. It's also another place where I just can disappear into another world and have fun. Very important to have fun. I'm privileged at my age, because I was born in the 60s. So at my age still to run around on a tennis court, hit the balls, and be competitive in the club where I am. As I said, I met the Lord, and this is the story I want to tell, to encourage each and every person not to give up. Doesn't matter how you labeled, doesn't matter how they branded you, doesn't matter where you were, doesn't matter where you came from. It is always possible if you meet the Lord. And I understand circumstances, experiences keep you away from the Lord. That's what I want to do. I try to do it simple and not overcomplicate everything, because Jesus came to the earth to die for us and to set us free from all of this, all the world, all the information that closes us in and block us off, that we can't see Jesus and can't see actually the reason why we are created. I'm a firm believer of, you are here at this moment, at this time, for this specific reason. God has created you. Wherever you are, in what country, what city, what language you talk, what race you are, if you're male or female, you are created just as you are for a specific reason. And the only way you're going to find out is to go to the maker. I mean, if you want to find out how a cell phone works, and you got a specific brand, you go to the brand and the suppliers of the cell phone to find out what all you can do on the phone, because they made it. They know exactly what it is. And that's the same. We need to go to God and ask Him. And just like a cell phone, we are underutilized. For sure, each and every one of us are underutilized. And we have to discover with the talks and the approaching God and asking question and arguing. You're allowed to argue and say, no, but this doesn't make sense. Help me to discover actually what is all in you. And I'm pretty convinced most of us are operating not on full capacity because we're too scared to go and discover. I hope you enjoy all my short clips. It will be shorter than this video. And my true heart is to encourage, to motivate, because I see a lot of confusion. And I'm not a pastor of a church or leader of any religious group or anything like that. I'm not even a successful businessman. I'm an average guy. I'm not even a celebrity or big sport person. I'm involved all over, but I'm a man with a story, and I'm thankful that I didn't end up in another place because of the low self-esteem, unbelief that I had, and difficulties. But I can truly and honestly witness of a Savior that I met, and the impact He did in my life, and the changes, and the successes I have, because everything I achieve now, it's a huge success compared to what I was labeled in primary school and in high school. That was said, won't make it, not good enough, not in your ability, go do something else. So everything I've achieved is like being a very successful businessman. It's like being a leader of a Christian organization, and it's like being a celebrity, that's for sure. I want to say thank you, enjoy this, and all the best.